Good morning, folks. We are continuing our study of the book of Daniel. Today we will be discussing chapter 4. I will literally be reading chapter 4 of the book of Daniel. And we must understand some of the symbols, some of the allegory and metaphors in this chapter. And before we proceed, I would like to remind you that my videos can be viewed on my YouTube channel. That's Alan Brooks 3287. That is my YouTube channel. And you may also view them on my TikTok channel. And you may review them more in depth than just this one time. So what we have to look at today is chapter 4. And we will begin just reading this, and you can follow me through. Nebuchadnezzar, the king unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you. So we must realize that this is Nebuchadnezzar speaking in the time of the captivity of Judah and Benjamin, the last two southern tribes, after they were taken captive and carried off into Babylon. And this is a period of time when the first temple had been destroyed and Jerusalem had been destroyed. But here Nebuchadnezzar in verse 2 of chapter 4 says, I thought it good to show the signs and wonders that the high God hath wrought toward me. How great are his signs, and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in mine house and flourishing in my palace. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore made I a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of the dream. Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers, and I told the dream before them. But they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof. But at the last Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belteshazzar, according to the name of my God, Nebuchadnezzar said, and in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. And before him I told a dream, saying, O Belteshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in thee, and no secret troubled thee. Tell me the vision of my dreams that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof. Thus were the visions of my head in my bed. I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. The tree grew, and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. The leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all. The beasts of the field had shadow under it, and the fowls of the heaven dwelt in the boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed by it. This tree represents the kingdom of Babylon under King Nebuchadnezzar, a mighty kingdom, a strong kingdom, one that filled at that particular time the whole earth. So we're talking about the kingdom of Nebuchadnezzar, the kingdom of Babylon. And I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and a holy one come down from heaven. He, that is the watcher, cried aloud and said, cut down the tree, and cut off his branches, and shake off his leaves, and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from the branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in all the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beast in the grass of the earth. So we're talking about King Nebuchadnezzar, who is going to be cut down from all of his glory, from all of his arrogance in the face of God. Now, I would refer you back to Isaiah chapter 14, verses 12 through 21, where we're talking about Lucifer. Here again, we're talking about a man, and this man here is Nebuchadnezzar. He said, let his heart be changed from a man's heart, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. Now, folks, we're not talking about that he became a wild beast, an animal, and that his heart was changed physically, but that his heart was changed spiritually. This matter is by the decree of the watchers. Who are the watchers? That's a great question. And the demand by the word of the holy ones. Who are the holy ones here? That's another great question. To the intent that the living may know that the Most High God ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. This dream I, King Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now, thou, O Belteshazzar, declare the interpretation thereof, forasmuch as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to do so. They are not able to make known unto me the interpretation. But you're able, for the spirit of the holy gods, that's plural, is in thee. Then Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, was astonished for 1 hour, and his thoughts troubled him. The king spake and said, Belteshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belteshazzar answered and said, My lord, the dream be to them that hate you, and the interpretation thereof to your enemies. The tree which thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof to all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was the meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon whose branches the fowls of the heavens had their habitation. It is you, O King Nebuchadnezzar, that art grown and become strong, for thy greatness is grown, and reachest unto heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth. And whereas the king saw a watcher and a holy one coming down from heaven and saying, Cut the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beast of the field, till 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, And this is the decree of the Most High, which is come upon my Lord the King, that they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and they shall wet thee with the dew of heaven, and 7 times shall pass over you, till you know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. And whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the tree roots, thy kingdom shall be sure unto thee, and after thou shalt have known that the heavens do rule. Wherefore, O king, let my counsel be acceptable unto thee, and break off thy sins by righteousness, and your iniquities by showing mercy to the poor. Get that? By showing mercy to the poor, if it may be a lengthening of thy tranquility. And all this came upon the king Nebuchadnezzar. And at the end of 12 months he walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon. And the king spake and said, Is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by the might of my power, and for the honor of my majesty? Remember in Isaiah, Lucifer said he would exalt his throne above the most holy. This is a reference to that. While the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beast of the field. The beast of the field is humans. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until you know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. That same hour, the same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, see, the beast, and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hair were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like bird claws. And at the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me, and I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. And all of the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven, and among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand, or say unto him, What doest thou? At the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, mine honor and brightness returned unto me. And my counselors and my lords sought unto me, and I was established in my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added unto me. Now, I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride he is able to abase. So this tree represented Nebuchadnezzar, that it would be cut down, that his arrogance and his self-sufficiency of his kingdom was due to himself and not to God. But they left the stump, who would sprout and the kingdom would be restored to Nebuchadnezzar once that he recognized the God of heaven. Next time we will take up chapter 5 in the impious feast of Belshazzar, the son of Nebuchadnezzar, who took Nebuchadnezzar's place in the kingdom of Babylon. Until next time, may God bless us all.